for a little bit of a poke with these Zerglings onto LucifroN's wall. This choke is very, very narrow, and he's actually going for Banelings and a Spire at the same time, as well as an Evolution Chamber. Very interesting move. Banelings are going to be absolutely instrumental in taking down these Marauders, and Spire is going to enable him to shut down dropship play and retain mobility, even when his opponent has a bunch of dropships, and even with all of this high ground, just because Mutalisks obviously ignore high ground because they fly, and they can kill dropships very handily. Does not look like LucifroN has any anti-air. Another reason why I would love to see a couple of Lycans come out for him, just so that he can deal with his Mutatex Switch, because right now he's just got a bunch of Hellions and a bunch of Marauders. And I can guarantee you, once HayprO gets up some Mutalisks, the game's going to start going very poorly for him. HayprO is moving around some Spine Crawlers and building up just a few more, because he does see this attack coming in from LucifroN, I think. Yeah, he's got this overload here. He was able to see all of that move out. And LucifroN is just going to charge in here. He's got a whole bunch of Marauders, a whole bunch of Hellions, and these Marauders are going to be able to take down these Spine Crawlers practically instantly. And there's just a bunch of Speedlings to defend this for HayprO, and I'm not really sure how well this is going to do, just because these Hellions are getting a billion kills, 5 kills on that Hellion. They're just mopping up these Speedlings, and they're positioned very, very well, because they can cover the Marauders, and the Speedlings have to go around the Marauders and attack the Hellions, and the Marauders are really going to be the things that are doing all of this damage to these Spine Crawlers. And there's plenty of Hellions left to mop up all of these drones for HayprO. All of HayprO's drones are forced to pull back off of that expansion. It does look like LucifroN's going to carry the day here and just force off these very few remaining Lings. And HayprO's reinforcements are going to be popping in a very, very awkward place with the Marauders flow and all of these Hellions here. I don't think the Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade has been researched, just because I have not seen a tech lab on a factory, but that would enable these Hellions to chew through these Zerglings even more so than they already are, which is kind of hard to believe, because these Zerglings are going down incredibly quickly. And we do have Mutalisks up for HayprO, but there are plenty of Marauders up for LucifroN, and these Mutalisks aren't going to be able to burn those down in time, especially with medevac support. But a bunch more Mutalisks did just pop for HayprO, and these Mutalisks probably are going to be able to chew through these Marauders, but it does look like HayprO is about to lose his lair. Looks like LucifroN is just all in on this. LucifroN is getting up more Marauders, he's getting up an engineering base so he can get up some turrets, but HayprO is got a bunch of Mutalisks left. He managed to save that hatchery, he still has that hatchery up. LucifroN's coming in with yet more forces, but there's plenty of Mutalisks to deal with this. These Mutalisks are going to be able to take down these troops very, very quickly, but this lair is at very low health. Lair's at 17 health. Lair does go down. A bunch of Broodlings pop out, and these Marauders are going to get taken up by Mutalisks. So it does look like HayprO is all in at this point. If he can do a bunch of damage with his Mutalisks, he can win the game, but otherwise he's in a very, very tough spot, and he actually does not have enough money to rebuild another hatchery, so he is completely all in. We're probably going to see him attack with all of these drones. We do have a Thor coming up for LucifroN, but that's all of his anti-air. He's actually building 10 missile turrets. Even as I say that, 10 missile turrets is going to be more than enough to hold off these amount of mutas, and HayprO is going to be out of the game. He's actually building another Mutalisk with a larva that he had with the last of his minerals. He's at 5 minerals and 12 gas right now, and his opponent does have a Thor pop out. LucifroN's going to be able to just pull SCVs and repair this Thor. Thor is being picked up by a dropship just to give it a little bit more HP before these SCVs come in, and this Thor is actually going to go down, but all of these missile turrets have finished building in LucifroN's base, and HayprO is rapidly running out of Mutalisks. HayprO is out of the game, and we're going to see a GG momentarily because all he has is drones. More drones dying, Marauders killing drones. Marauders are really much better than drones if you want combat units, and the first game does go to LucifroN. A bunch of spectators left, so somebody else probably already cast this, and I bet they talk slower than me. You might want to watch that. So, that was Rainbows, Game 1, Grand Finals, Gosu Cup. Going to be casting Game 2 right now and uploading it momentarily.